Hey there, folks. I'm Pesky bringing another audio commentary, and actually another audio commentary from the ECL, which actually finished a little while back now, but I thought I'd just bring you a couple more games from it. And looks like we will be having a game on Echo Wells between Yumiko and Fly. So a really interesting matchup. Obviously, Orc versus Human. So much that can happen, especially on this map where things have really changed. But because obviously it's sort of the human who dictates what goes on in this matchup, and really the very common strategy for a long time was just to go for that tier 2 tower rush. Maybe you could time it at a different time, but generally tier 2, I mean, you can either get it once like as soon as you hit tier 2, you can pick up a Beastmaster and go, or you can get a Beastmaster and wait for Sorks, or you can get a Mountain King, wait for Sorks, or I mean, there's a whole bunch of permutations, and eventually that sort of gave way to getting a really quick expansion with the Mountain King first, and then going for the 100 Food of Griffin sort of strategy, and just trying to really focus the Orc. But we'll have to see what strategy Yumiko wants to go for, and obviously, based on that, Fly will have to react, and that's really how this matchup is going. It looks like we are seeing an Archmage first, so maybe it will be this tower rush that we often do see, or maybe it'll just be a long, or a drawn out game, just no one deciding battle, or no one timing at which a deciding battle has to happen. Looks like both players are scouting. This militia will do quite well here. We'll get to the base a bit earlier, and we'll be able to see exactly what's going on. They're really at this point, the only big things you need to scout for is it a Blade Master, is it a Farseer, and then also did he? It's very unlikely. Did he delay his barracks, or is he building his Voodoo Lounge in a weird place somewhere where you can get it? I mean, and then where's he going to go creep? I mean, those are the big things for this human to be scouting out now, but obviously most of those things are sort of already answered, but still good to be 100% sure, especially considering it only costs one militia, and only for a bit of time. You can just do a bit of scouting out, see what goes on, and looks like Yumiko might not even stay to see what hero pops out, because it's really very predictable on this map. You don't want to be going for a Farseer on this map, and this peon actually going to be chased around a bit by this footman, but it looks like he'd probably be okay. The Archmage now going to do some creeping as well, going to tank a lot of damage on that water elemental. You know, the Blade Master going to do some creeping, probably just going to take out the Ogre Warrior, then wait for his Grunt to come in. But actually, where is his Grunt? Has his Grunt gone to harass? Yes, it has. That's why it isn't in the bell already. It's gone to take down this one peasant, and the Blade Master will be able to catch up after probably only taking out the Ogre Mauler. And yeah, looks like that is what he's done. So he's got the item. It was a Ring of Protection, unfortunately, and now he can go try and find that Archmage. Unfortunately, Archmage. Ooh, actually, no, nice. A nice vision there by Fly, noticing what's going on, really understanding what Yumiko's going to try and do, and immediately looks like this Archmage could be taking a bit of damage here, obviously, between the Blade Master and the Burrows. Really, you can do a lot of damage to a level 1 Archmage, even with the Ring of Protection, which actually both of them did end up getting there from that creeping, and it looks like Yumiko maybe going to do a tiny bit of damage to this altar, but realizes that this Blade Master is too close to home, and he does need to be careful. We know Yumiko actually calling a bunch of militia here, maybe going to hope to do some multitask creeping, or maybe going to try and bring his Archmage back and actually do some very fast creeping here. No, he is doing some multitask creeping. That's good that he called those up militia so early then, and it looks like he gets to continue to do some harassment here. This Blade Master just staying on top of things, but he is very much behind in experience. Fly putting down 2 burrows at once there. That's a bit unfortunate by him. It looks like he maybe forgot that last one, or was it? I don't think it was cancelled. So that's a bit unfortunate there for Fly. Missing his second burrow is actually quite a big mistake, and it's really going to cost him here. Looks like this one burrow is cancelled in time. No kill, unfortunately, and we do have one footman now down. This burrow obviously going to be able to do a lot of damage. A nice staff teleportation being used here by Yumiko to get his Archmage into a fantastic position, and now might actually be in this. It might be in his favor to not attack this burrow until a bit later. Yes, let it finish first. That's very nice, because it's also going to create this little wall between the Blade Master and the Archmage. Go force the Blade Master to run all the way around, and it looks like Yumiko is actually losing a lot of his footmen here to this burrow, but really Fly going to suffer in terms of what he can build once he gets here too. We can see now his tech is sort of 70% of the way done, and he only has 94 lumber in the mag, so really going to struggle to build that bestiary and a second hero and a spirit lodge, and just there's so many expenses that he's going to need to rebuild some burrows and repair that burrow that was damaged, so really a lot of cost here. Nice multitask creeping here by Yumiko as well. Actually, unfortunately for him, a Ring of Protection drops there, but he's not even around to pick it up, so it's not a huge loss, and we can see Fly now really in a bit of trouble. He is actually picking up a bunch of mercs, and that's probably a good choice at this point, because he doesn't really want to just be building grunts for a long time, especially with the threat of a tower rush, which Yumiko could actually do now to a great effect. once he hits his tier 2, as I was talking about earlier, and grunts just are not good in that sort of situation because the water elementals and the towers are going to take them out too quickly. You know, Fly hitting tier 2 and Yumiko just a bit behind there is putting up his arcane bolt in advance of his hero getting home, and I think that's something that very, very few humans actually do correctly, even sort of with all their practice. It's the one thing that humans just constantly seem to not be able to do, and they always have to spend loads of money power building it once their hero gets home. But this Archmage has now hit level 3, and that's going to mean level 2 water elementals, and that's going to mean a lot of damage to burrows if Yumiko wants. But it looks like Yumiko, content with just running around, wasting a bit of the Blade Master's time, and is that she just got out this bestiary going up, maybe could do a bit of damage to it, but with no second hero on the way by the looks of things for Yumiko, he's not going to be able to kill that bestiary, so he just does run around a bit. Probably sees these mercs as well. But it'll be interesting now to see what Yumiko wants to do. He's buying a lot of ivory towers, so it looks like we are going to see a tower rush in combination with 6 militia and 7 militia. Actually, he's bringing some of his low ones as well. But it looks like, actually, I was going to say he should have cycled them into gold, but it looks like he just has a lot of low militia. He's actually done as well as he can there. That's obviously just a result of having done so much multitask creeping, and it's very, very nice that he actually managed to bring out all the healthy ones, and that's really can pay dividends. Meanwhile, the Shadowhunter is now out, and the Archmage immediately put into a lot of trouble. Should drop the towers as soon as possible. Does use a healing potion, actually. Very, very bad. Have to use it so early. Drops 1 tower, drops 2, and it looks like this Blade Master has been dusted, but still might well get a kill here. Nice drop of the little scout towers there to really just mess with the Blade Master pathing a bit, but it looks like this Archmage now down to 22 hit points. Blade Master windwalks and has a speed scroll, does get the kill on there on that Archmage, and that is so bad. The Fire Lord is now out though for Yumiko. Maybe we'll be able to see some damage being done with that, but really losing your Archmage so early on is so bad, and these towers are now upgraded. Fly just needs to take them out really so desperately. He is putting up a war mill actually as well, and researching in there, so I'm not sure if he has any raiders out. It doesn't look like it. So that's that's a bit odd there by him, but it looks like these towers might actually be allowed to finish here. Yumiko with just too many units, especially these lava spawns, keeps on splitting. Really nice distracting here by Yumiko, managing to keep this Blade Master busy, even with the kill of that Archmage, it actually worked out quite well. And looks like this Fire Lord, sorry, might well go down now, but he is just running for safety. He gets hexed again, but nice block there with those lava spawns by Yumiko. Might be able to keep it alive. No, he doesn't. The Blade Master gets the kill, but looks like the Blade Master now in a lot of trouble as well, being blocked there by all the units. Tries to run around, but doesn't quite make it. Now he gets around. Maybe no. He looks like he might just be able to get out, but the towers take him down. And oh my god, the Blade Master going down as well is so bad. But now it's just this one low Shadowhunter is the last hero on the field. But bear in mind that Yumiko's gonna have to spend a lot of time getting all his heroes back. His Archmage still barely halfway done now, and we'll have to run all the way back to this tower rush where the sort of the big battle and the must be won for Yumiko to stay in this game. And Fly now has a bunch of peasants and burrows, and actually building a demolisher as well. That's a fantastic choice, especially with no summons at this point, because with no summons you really can't get back to the back of Fly's base and try and take out the demolisher with all that piercing or ranged piercing damage. So if Fly does put this demolisher somewhere back here, he'll be able to take down these towers with ease. I wonder, will this altar be able to stay up though? This could be huge for Yumiko if he manages to take down the altar before the Blade Master is back. It's gonna mean Fly's gonna have to buy it back at the tavern, and buying that Blade Master back is just so bad. But one raider is now out, and he did resurgence there very early. I'm a bit surprised by how early he got it compared to how early he got his first raider. And Fly is rebuilding his voodoo lounge down here as well as rebuilding his altar, so really Fly in a lot of trouble. More militia being brought in now as well. Yumiko really doing a very technically excellent tower rush here, and looks like, is this demolisher on attack ground? Actually I think it might be. Yeah, he is there. Very nice to do that. Just if you can hit enough towers and enough units that you actually get more damage out, that can be very useful, as well as doing damage to lots of buildings can be more useful than doing damage to one occasionally. I mean, obviously most of the time you want to just take down one tower at a time, but in this case, or in some cases certainly, it's worthwhile to not do that. And it looks like the Archmage is going to try and take down this demolisher. Speed scroll being used, and it looks like this water elemental might get the kill here. No, he's been ensnared. Very nice. The second demolisher is now out actually as well, and a spiked barricades coming out for Fly as well. That's going to stop the peasants and footmen from actually being able to attack the buildings efficiently, because they just take too much damage, and it's something that we don't see often at all. Grubby used to do it a lot. He would actually get it during his tech to tier 2 when he thought a tower rush was very likely, so when he's playing against people like Sky. But really you very, very rarely see it ever, even sort of when it was occasionally being used, that was still very rare. Interesting choice here by Fly. We'll have to see what that's going to actually mean for Yumiko, who couldn't really do too much attacking in anyways because of these peons in burrows, and it looks like we do actually have these demolishers yet again under attack, and no attack upgrades for the demolishers coming in, though those are very, very popular. And looks like the stronghold's going to have to tank a bit of damage here. We're going to have to see whether or not he can actually do too much with it. And the footman now running in with defend mode actually activated as well. It's going to be very, very useful against the tower and against the burrows. And it looks like maybe they're going to be able to do a bit of harassment here. But Archmage using a Blizzard now. Interesting choice there by him to get down. The Fire Lord now going to try and come in and take out the second demolisher, or the third demolisher, I beg your pardon. And it looks like the one footman that was in there does get taken out, but these lava spawns do so much damage. But actually, it is being repaired, and maybe it'll stay alive. The lava spawn does actually time out, and that's going to mean 3 demolishers are in the back here. Blademaster half the way back now as well. Who will win this huge, huge fight? I can't believe how long this tower rush has gone on without any sort of resolution. Very, very nice defense here for Fly. 3 demolishers and the watchtower and the burrows in good places as well. But the big problem now is this Blizzard, because Blizzard is fantastic against static defenses, and demolishers are basically static defenses. And we can see Fly, look how much damage these demolishers do though. Just every volley onto these towers just takes it down to half health, and that's just so bad here for Yumiko, who really needs to spend a lot of money now keeping these alive, and so can't spend it on, for example, getting up any arcane sanctums, anything that he might actually want to get up. I mean, this one defendant footman does go down eventually to a volley from the demolishers, so it's unfortunately he has to waste that volley. But actually, demolishers now not focusing down towers, which they really should be, just because they're static, not because there's any sort of armor advantage yet, at least until patch 1.25 actually comes out, in which case this will actually be a fantastic defense. But just because they stand still means that you can do so much more damage than if you try and attack a Fire Lord. Even a low hit point Fire Lord won't go down just because of the movement of the hero. And it looks like this Blademaster is going to run in here, going to get a Hex off just as quickly as that Blizzard goes off. But the Blizzard does kill a whole bunch of peons before it, just in that one void. Again, looks like healing potion being bought here by Yumiko, who has built an arcane vault here. But it looks like this Archmage will survive, and the Blademaster being forced to run back, having taken a lot of damage, lost all his mana and most of his health. That's very, very bad here for Fly, who really is struggling to really make something happen in this situation. He is slowly wearing down these towers, but just the repair has been so bad. But it looks like maybe he'll be able to push out now. He does have a couple raiders, which has just been proving very, very useful. He's managed to take down those first 2 towers now, but he has a fair ways to go. But notice there are no footmen left. I wonder what Yumiko's actually doing at home now. He is building an arcane sanctum. That's nice. Nice just to be able to transition into that. Maybe hope that your opponent is expecting that the Far Lord has been ensnared now, is focused down by the Blademaster. But look at that, a peasant surround by Yumiko. Gonna be able to take down this Blademaster, maybe? Yes, he does. Oh my god, Fly trading a level 3 hero for level 1 hero. Not a good choice at all for him. And that's now gonna mean that Yumiko's going to be able to continue maybe doing some harassment here with Blizzard. Obviously he can still be hexed and ensnared, but really the big threat is gone now, because that Blademaster can't sneak up on him. And obviously since Yumiko hasn't had arcane sanctums, he couldn't get research the ability to see invisible units on his towers. And Blizzard still, though, look how effective it's being, taking out these peons so quickly. Even though you can get off in the snare within a couple of volleys, it just doesn't do it quick enough, and you do have to have peons here, obviously, on the gold line. So it really just becomes so painful to try and continually rebuild those peons. And it looks like Fly actually isn't doing that at the moment. Maybe he feels he has enough, just he had some in burrows. And it looks like actually this one demolisher might well go down 53, 27 health. The Blademaster, or the Archmage gets one more shot, takes it down to 3 health, but the Archmage fails to kill it, goes for another Blizzard though, and will Fly react in time to save all his peons? No, he doesn't. He loses one yet again, and the rest obviously is being brought into burrows, because that's a bit quicker than trying to actually bring it out of the range of Blizzard. And it looks like we will have this Archmage actually continuing to move further forward in. This Fire Lord is now back. Blademaster won't be back for a fair while yet. Look how a small amount of time has been put into researching to getting this Blademaster back. That's just gonna be so annoying here for Fly, trying to fight without a Blademaster, even though he's sort of on the advantage now. It's just gonna take so many more losses than he necessarily wants to, and the one Sork is now out. That's really gonna limit the effects of these raiders, because it means that these lava spawns are much more effective, because they can just keep on getting their hits in, and the Blizzard is much more effective because you can't run out of its range as quickly, and you can't run to get the ensnare upon the Archmage as quickly. It does look like another Arcane Sanctum actually going up at home for Yumiko, so he's really trying to transition into a normal build, hoping that Fly just won't be able to play a normal game after this attack is over, and I think it is looking more and more inevitable that this attack is going to be over soon. Lots of Demolisher focusing, coming in, taking out that first Sork, which is so frustrating here for Yumiko. That first Sork is just worth its weight in gold, especially with the Brilliant Aura. It's just so useful to be able to get so many slows off and just take out the low number of units that Fly does have. And another Blizzard goes off, managed to take down 2 peons, 4 peons, and maybe a Raider as well. No, and a Snare goes off, and this one Raider's down to low health. But nice harassment here by Yumiko, really keeping Fly on the back foot and punishing him for putting all his burrows on one side, which is obviously something that orcs basically have to do in this day and age anyways, but it's nice to punish them for doing something that they have to do nonetheless. And Snare managing to take down one priest with the help of the Demolishers, but not taking out that Sork. The Blademaster's finally back now. Will he be able to take down these towers? No, it looks like he's going straight for that Archmage. Looks like he caught Yumiko completely by surprise. Yumiko obviously did sell a CP. Nice block. Oh, that was so unfortunate. Obviously, actually, in case you don't know, if you put down an ivory tower on the spot where you are, you jump out a bit, and if you do it correctly, you actually jump out away from the thing attacking you. It can buy you a bit of time, and it looks like that's what Yumiko was hoping for. It's such a cheap thing. It's such a cheap thing to do as well. I mean, really, it's barely a gamble, just because you lose so little if it goes wrong, and you cost them so much if it goes right. Because obviously, Fly would have been in a bad position if he actually didn't manage to take down that Archmage, because the Archmage could have just run away, and then that just would have been such a missed opportunity for Fly. And Fly maybe could go on the offensive now. Has 4-3 as opposed to, I think it's 3-1 here for Yumiko. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe 3-2. Yeah, 3-2 I think. Yeah, 3-2 for Yumiko. But he does have the superior attack. 3 Sorks, 2 priests out. That's pretty nice here for Yumiko, especially in conjunction with that Brilliant Aura. And these Demolishers are just going to finish up these buildings at home and gonna maybe move out. But I think it's always a struggle for it to decide what to do once they've had off a tower rush and they have a whole bunch of Demolishers left. Tower actually being built here. I'm not sure why, unless he's getting his sentry. No, he isn't getting his magic sentry upgrade, so I'm not sure really what the purpose of the tower is there. Maybe it's just to build later or into an actual tower or something. But looks like a Yumiko getting a bit creep jack here. With nice surround here with these 2 Raiders coming in from the bottom. Going to be able to take down a couple casters at least before Fly will be forced to move out. But a nice number of militia being brought down now, and looks like maybe speech will being used. Actually, no, maybe. Oh, look at this Shadowhunter just being shot the last time. Blademaster runs in, tries to break it up, but oh my god, fantastic reaction there by Yumiko, managing to keep this around here. But it looks like maybe the one Sork could be focused down here by Yumiko. If Yumiko doesn't, Arcane Tower being put down there, or Scout Tower being put down now. But the Archmage is now back. Will this Shadowhunter be able to break out? Yes, it looks like he will be able to. Very nice, but no, he is killed in the end, and now the Archmage in a lot of trouble. Oh my god, I can't believe that play there. Yumiko really playing so on top of things. Invisibility being used as well to keep his Archmage alive, and now Fly very much on the back end. He's behind a lot in economy. He's really just he's behind a lot in army. He's gonna be able to pick off a couple more units here, but really these Sorks really start to add up. But actually brilliant focus here with these Demolishers, taking down most of the casters here. But the Blademaster now being able to do a bit of damage, but it just hasn't taken so much damage, forcing Yumiko to buy another healing potion. Invisibility being used, and once that Snare runs out, which it has there done. Look at that Dust of Appearance being used as Blademaster down to 37 hit points, 14 hit points. Will we be able to chase to get away? Nice Ensnares there, and that's going to negate the effect of the slow. Obviously that Blademaster didn't have Boots of Speed, and it looks like Yumiko will be able to clear this up. Fantastic use of Militia, fantastic surrounds. Getting that Shadowhunter kill proved so crucial, and wow, that was really nice play there by Yumiko. Obviously the breakout there is actually akin to what Yumiko was doing earlier with his Archmage dropping ivory towers. If you just bring your Blademaster on top of your unit while your Blademaster is invisible, and then you attack something, your Blademaster takes the space that's there and pops your unit, in this case the Shadowhunter, out. But Yumiko reacted fantastically there. Just saw that was happening, or I don't think he even saw that it was happening so much as once it did happen, he managed to immediately react so that his militia moved to keep that Shadowhunter surrounded, and the Blademaster came back for another one, but just didn't manage to get it off in time. And it looks like there's gonna be this Scout Tower with finally that Magic Sentry upgrade, gonna be able to scout this Blade Master, maybe go to prevent the creep jack, although we can't be sure about that because certainly Blade Master can be very tricky. No, it looks like the slow goes off, and now these raiders are going to be careful here, and still no dispel of any sort. No Spirit Lodge of any sort. Really going to set Fly back a lot because that slow is just so annoying to try and have to just put up with. And we did actually see a Shadow Priest being bought much earlier here by Fly, which would be nice to just maybe he could dispel the slow on his Blade Master at crucial moments. That would be alright, but still really there's no substitute for getting actual Spirit Walkers out and then getting some dispel as well. And it looks like one Raider's going to go down here. How much more damage will Yumiko be able to do? One though, Sork is taken down by that Blade Master, and oh my god, these monsters are doing so much damage, flying micro them so perfectly, and even bringing a Peon into the fight here. And it looks like another Sork going to be ensnared here, going to be taken out as well. But the combination of slow and blizzard is so powerful. We can just see what the massive amount of damage Fly is taking is just from that, and obviously Raiders actually can take a fair bit of damage from Blizzard as well, because they just don't have as much health as Grunts, and they don't have the sort of magic damage reducing abilities of Spirit Walkers. And Yumiko now getting his Fire Lord in a bit of trouble. Does have invisibility, does use it, but he is still ensnared, so no, he's finally ensnared, so he can't be attacked anymore. Speed Scroll being used, and maybe he'll be able to get out of here because the militia are just such a threat. They just add so much to your army, and this Fire Lord going to be able to be healed up by some priests. There's at least one left in Yumiko's army, so he should be fine here. And looks like meanwhile a couple summons actually did a good job taking out both demolishers. Very, very nice there for Yumiko, but Fly just managed to stick in this game. Does have almost a level 5 Blade Master, and does have a healing potion as well, so really needs to keep that Blade Master alive, and he knows it. Ooh, buying a claws as well. That's something you don't often see late game. It's something that there was a time where we did see. Ooh, buying a circuit as well actually. As I say, it's not that uncommon to actually do it early game, but late game really sort of the big effects, the time when you're taking down a level 1 hero, so there's much fewer hit points, so a clause is actually much more effective. Sort of that time is sort of over, and at this point really you want to be doing more about healing up your whole army. You want to be doing more about keeping your hero alive, because obviously it can take. And because obviously with things like slow, it's really important to have things like healing scrolls and invuln pots, and looks like Yumiko buying an invuln pot there, and gonna leave Fly to do the creeping, but it's gonna take him a bit longer than it should to do this creeping because his army is pretty small at this point. And Blade Master now is trying to find where Yumiko is. Yumiko does have the scout tower up, so he will be able to see this Blade Master when he runs in invisibly, and Blade Master unable to do anything, but does get slowed, and maybe gonna try and pick off one low lava spawn or something. That'd be nice just for the experience. Then he could get out of there because he is pretty close to that level 5, although killing that one lava spawn wouldn't get him the level 5 he needs. And this Blade Master looks like he's just going to continue to do some watching, not actually doing any active harassment here. And will we have Fly doing any shopping? No, he's not doing any shopping, which is very interesting. Does have Sentry Wards though, which is going to be fantastic against the invisibility that Yumiko's been using to keep his heroes alive when put in bad situations. 4-3 now for Yumiko as opposed to 4-3, I think. 4-4, ooh, for Fly. So really that Shadowhunter, if he can get his level 5, maybe that'll keep him in this game. But at the moment he's just looking so far behind, and we could be seeing an expansion here from Yumiko, which is something that Fly would be absolutely unable to take down or match himself. So really this is a fantastic move here from Yumiko, and really once this goes up, it's going to be very, very bad days here for Fly, who has actually got a Kodo Beast out. Considering he didn't get that very early War Mill, that makes a lot of sense because you can only use so many Raiders before they start to become a bit useless. And looks like these towers actually might be taken down. 2 masonry upgrades now for Yumiko, which is just so good for keeping these towers alive for just that little bit longer, and really letting them act as a tank here. And we can see that these towers are funneling in the units, which means that Blizzard is just so much more powerful. One Kodo Beast does manage to get in, eats a low hit point Spellbreaker. Unfortunately it's not a high hit point Spellbreaker, but still pretty useful, pretty nice to do. And you can just see the effects of not having slow for Flies really, really killing him. But oh, look at this! A Malicious Surround comes in here from Yumiko, clearly not expecting this. He does use a speed scroll, but preemptively, and it might well run out. He does heal himself up, but this Shadowhunter has actually had Soulburn cast on him as well to do a bit of extra damage, and the Shadowhunter does go down. Fantastic Malicious Surround here by Yumiko. Yumiko making fantastic use of those militia, and now, ooh, very risky Blizzard being used there, taking down more of Yumiko's units, and actually takes down Flies, and it looks like so many low units. His Blade Master is so low, he is slowed. He has used his healing potion as well, down to 56, 35 hit points. He does go down, and level up for both Yumiko's heroes. 5-4 versus 5-4 now, but obviously 2 dead heroes versus 2 alive heroes. Expansion possibility here for Yumiko versus no expansion possibility. Looks like this hero has been taverned back, but still, oh my god, Fly in such a bad position now. Really, so close game, but Yumiko's just been playing this so dominantly. So many lava spawns as well actually out for Yumiko, but looks like they're mostly about to die. These two will just go try and scout out. Fly's been setting up an expansion, but they won't even make it, I don't think, before they time out. And you know, it looks like these Coda Beasts will be forced to run home. They are basically the remainder of the army here. We have a couple of grunts which are absolutely useless against casters, and then like one raider which is pretty useful really, but still not without your Shadow Hunter as well. And the Shadow Hunter level 4, but maybe the Altar is even going to go down before Fly can get it back out. He is bringing in 1 P under repair, 2nd P under repair as well. He spent so much on repair this game, keeping his Town Hall alive earlier, or Stronghold alive earlier, and now this as well. Just really, these are costs that are really adding up and not actually doing any damage to Yumiko's army, so it's a bit annoying to have to do that, but still so unfortunate here for Fly. But look at Fly good, try and pick off one low Sork. He does get the only ensnare he can get off, and now going to bring his Blade Master in, who is level 5. So level 5 Blade Master certainly can do a whole lot, and they certainly can turn unexpectedly can turn games around so unexpectedly. But with slow and no dispel and no invuln pots, it just becomes so much harder to actually. Both these could be managed to eat units as well. Really nice micro here by Fly, managing to stay on top of all of that, and as well as just his Blade Master really being forced to run in circles, can't do any attacks. Does have a scroll of speed if he really needs it, but the big story here is he did manage to keep his Shadow Hunter on the way out, and that's just the one thing that he absolutely needs. Meanwhile, this expansion not being set up, but he does have a couple towers going up. Maybe go wait for those towers to finish before actually starting the expansion. That certainly wouldn't be getting heard of in this sort of situation where one Blade Master can really cause so much trouble, and if you have one tower up, especially one tower with Magic Sentry, that can just go such a long way. And looks like we will have Fly scouting this out, seeing there isn't any actual defenses here, and so we'll start to take out these guard towers. But once the Fire Lord runs in, Fly knows that's a sign of things to come and does need to get out here. Oh, look, he actually runs back through the range of Magic Sentry, so he does get seen for a bit longer, but certainly it's not for too much longer. It looks like the rest of Fly's army, which consists of one Raider and one Shadow Hunter, is just running in here, and the other units will be struggling to keep up. Looks like another Raider has actually been built, but obviously these Coda Beasts, this Coda Beast actually is going to be revealing its location to Yumiko, so it's wise to keep that Coda Beast away, and unfortunately he's rallying it to the place he's going to attack with his whole army, so that does sort of give things away, and it does really give Yumiko an idea of where he needs to be defending. Lots of peasants being brought down now. These will be to build the town hall, obviously, otherwise you do them in militia form, but it's generally better if you have a short distance from the run before they want to build something to not bring them down in militia form. And actually Blade Master comes in, and Yumiko so on top of things this game, manages to pull them all back before he takes any losses. Is Fly going for an expansion? That's so gutsy of him. He does have a whole bunch of gold, so maybe we will be seeing that, but he's only at 37 food. He is his hero levels aren't fantastic either, but we'll have to see whether or not that's something Fly wants to go for. It's just so tricky to expand on such a small map. Maybe he's just going for this long distance mining. That would make more sense, although then he just started spending his money. Oh, finally he has spent that money now, so yeah, I guess he just bought some items or something. So really that's much better here for Fly. I think taking the expansion would be pretty risky at this point. Putting in a sentry ward here as well. Ooh, he is going for an expansion. This is tricky, because obviously things like lava spawns can just take the expansions out so quickly, and can just be separated from the army, and especially with no dispel, it's going to be so tricky for Fly to keep this up. He's really going to have to hope that Yumiko doesn't scout it. He's playing a very risky game here, and if he does scout it, he's going to have to hope that he can hold the fight, but really, with this unit combination, it's just so tricky to actually take a fight in a legitimate situation, just because with only a couple Raiders doing any damage at all, Grunts will be taking a whole bunch of extra damage. You don't even have the Berserker upgrade. Oh my god, that's such an essential upgrade, and look at this, immediately revealed here by Yumiko. Let's see how he reacts. He's probably going to rally his forces and go for a little attack, or maybe he'll go for a little sneaky attack, but the Blade Master is back straight in here, going to try and do a bit more damage before her being forced out by these towers, and finally these towers are finishing. 5 towers up here, going to be more than enough to scare away Fly for a long time. He has nothing that can compete with 5 towers at this point, and we will be seeing a bit more creeping here. Tome of Knowledge being picked up by Fly, who has now hit his level 5 Shadow Hunter, and Voodoo Launch being put down here as well for Fly, so clearly Fly very committed to holding this base. and I guess since he has mined out and he doesn't want to be taking a fight anytime soon, this maybe it is his best fight. It's always hard to see things exactly from how they're seeing things, especially considering that I have sort of perfect vision where they don't know 100% what's going on, but still it's always tricky to imagine the orc expansion in this sort of situation is the best situation, but maybe it is, I don't know. And I mean, all two invisible summons coming here. This is just the thing that humans can do is so annoying. And actually, water elementals coming out. Has Yumiko, maybe have I been not been paying attention? Maybe Yumiko has gotten water elementals as his fifth skill instead of getting more blizzard. It's be an interesting choice, certainly, and we can see actually Fly comes down with his army, especially with those raiders, and Yumiko sees that's not a place he wants to be with his heroes, even though he brought along two invisible swords to do some re-invisibility later on. But it looks like the expansion will actually manage to finish, and so the big thing for Fly is managing to keep this expansion alive, actually finishing earlier than Yumiko's. That's actually so impressive, and Yumiko now absolutely out of gold entirely. Looks like maybe he just sold an item that just to try and finish off this mine. Yes, he did. He actually sold one item for 37 gold, just so he can finish power building that as quickly as possible. And Yumiko now could be able to mine as well. But actually, considering he started mining that later than Fly, that's really surprising. But I guess he just took that expansion so late, and Splaymaster now running in yet again. Actually, gonna take a lot of damage here. Needs to be very, very much more careful. Soulburn being used on the Splaymaster as well. Soulburn just obviously does a nice chunk of damage on top of everything else, and can be pretty frustrating for that Splaymaster to have to compete with. And probably will be more useful in the Shadow Hunter. Certainly has been used a fair few times on the Shadow Hunter already. And Fly now gonna try and re-macro up. Look, he's building. He isn't actually getting, or maybe he just finished Berserker upgrade. I swear I just saw. No, I swear I just saw some lights coming from the barracks, but maybe he just cancelled a unit or something. But I'm not quite sure what the big plan is here for Fly. Two invisible units here. Invisible priest actually probably just to go scout what's going on. But ooh, very, very late Spirit Lodge coming out here for Fly. Amazingly, he's going for one this late, really, just because it's going to take him so long to actually get any value out of it, because he needs to research Dispel for the really important skill, though certainly Spirit Link is pretty important. But just Yumiko now going to camp behind these towers, really needs to get some army up, and then he'll be in a great position. But we can see Fly is a bit ahead, actually 10 supply ahead in, or 10 food ahead, so we'll be able to just do a bit, have a bit larger army. But at this point, really, it does often come down to heroes and what you can focus down. And Fly done a fantastic job of staying in this game. But really, the harassment here might actually prove crucial as well. We're going to have to see what this Archmage can do. Although I would prefer, I think, the idea of invisible summons. But we do have, I think it's only level 1 water elementals. So it's still not the best invisible summons in the world. And actually, one breaker being built here, but obviously Yumiko doesn't want to rally it to the rest of his army when he knows that Blademaster is somewhere around. He has seen it is around. So he is going to be a bit careful here, and actually one breaker now could be very reckless and run straight past that Blademaster, who fortunately for him actually doesn't notice it. So it looks like actually this one priest popped out of invisibility and was cut out by the raiders. And once that happens, you're just in so much trouble. Fly now hitting that 50 food, and Yumiko at 40 food, so still 10 food behind. But it looks like Fly probably going to sit at 50 food for a very short amount of time, and then push up. Obviously, he doesn't want to wait for too long, but he doesn't want to have it all go too quickly. Once he probably gets his Spirit Walker adept training out, he can start going from 50 to 60 food, or 50 to 59 food all in one go, and that's really probably his best option at this point. Try and surprise Yumiko with sort of 15 supply advantage, something like that, and just take him out quickly. Because otherwise it's just going to be so tricky. Yumiko now coming in, putting in these scout towers in this very nice location here. It's always fun to put them up here because it's so hard for Fly to actually get to. But it looks like we will be having a big battle here for both players. And the Nice and Sarah actually managed to catch that Fire Lord out. But the Fire Lord does have an invuln pot, so he will probably be okay for a little while. Looks like actually level 3 water elementals. I might have been mistaken, or maybe Yumiko retrained or something. I'm not sure exactly what's been going on there with his skill choices. But it looks like we will be having these two Kodobees managing to both eat high hit point spell breakers, and that's so useful here because those spell breakers are so important to be taking out the raiders. 3 militia being brought in as well, but these towers are looking close to being finished. But one of them does go down, and looks like this second one is about 75% of the way done, and now the Shadow Hunter still with a lot of mana, being able to get up a lot of healing waves, but so many summons still up for Yumiko, and no Dispel really left for him, or one Dispel there, and then now he's going to be, oh no, he has a lot of Dispels actually scored up. Really surprising actually that he must have not used any Spirit Links or Dispels earlier in this battle. Very, very surprising here, and it looks like a lot of units are going down now for Fly. Now that his first tower is up, and the second tower is now in construction as well, and we will have Fly being chased away here, but will he be able to actually heal up and get straight back into this battle? This game has been so back and forth, so many summons though out for Yumiko. Look at this, just 3 900 health water elementals is so tricky to take up, but that Archmage is focused down. Fantastic play there by Fly, and really keeping all his units alive with that healing wave as well. Oh my god, and now this Farlor's all that's left in the hero department, at least for Yumiko. Does get ensnared as well. Will he be able to take it down? He does use an invuln pod, and actually has a critical strike of 256. Comes out so much damage from this Blademaster, who's almost level 6 as well, using a healing potion of his own, and a level 6 now on that Blademaster, and this Farlor now forced to run. Does hit level 5, so should get out of level 3, level 1 before he possibly dies here. Needs to be careful, and looks like he does get ensnared, and looks like he will. Oh, he does actually get out that level 3, level 1. 700 health, 32 to 56 damage, just so much damage. But that Firelord going down is very bad now, and I think maybe Fight's actually managed to hold this off and win this game. We'll have to see, because this game has been so back and forth, and I think there was a time when Fly was in a terrible position, a much worse position than Yumiko's in now, but somehow he managed to stay in this game, and really he managed to get 2 hero kills, which is really what the Orc army has to do in this sort of situation. And looks like he has managed to hit level 6 on a Shadow Hunter as well. Actually bought a TP as well, so really gonna play it safe. And now Yumiko, realizing this is a lost cause, he's going to run his units home while his towers just languish there, and going to maybe try and cancel this clarity. Yes, they do. Nice micro there from Yumiko, realizing what's going on and what's the most damage he can do, and then focusing the rest of his damage onto the Grunt, which is obviously going to take the most damage. Ooh, actually, this Grunt going to take a lot of damage. That's actually very nice there by Yumiko, forcing Fly to use one more healing wave than he probably wanted to on that slowed Grunt, and now it looks like there's not really much more these towers can do. But with 2 matronry upgrades, as I say, it just takes so long to take things down, especially once all your raiders have been slowed as well. And looks like we will be having a bit of a cessation in the action while the heroes come back. Archmage not even back yet, and maybe we'll see some aggression here from Fly, who could try and press up into the main. Really, there's no defense here at all. Not even a militia that could be called. This would be fantastic if Fly realizes this, but maybe he won't. Looks like maybe. Ooh, has he? Looks like these raiders are rallied in approximately the right direction. He does have a TP anyways and a speed troll, so he's more than safe to go in and investigate at very least. And maybe that's what he's going to be able to do. Will this altar stay alive? The Archmage will definitely get out, but will anything else? This one priest running for it does manage to get away by the looks of things. Very lucky priest there, but Archmage pops out on the wrong side. Oh my god, this is so bad now for Yumiko. Immediately a TP being used, and that's just so unfortunate to have to waste that like that, but it is the right choice, since it's very important that you use it early rather than you take a lot of health damage and then are forced to get out of there. But it looks like this altar won't be contested, and maybe the rest of the base won't be as well. I wonder if Fly no pillage for him at all, which is very unfortunate considering how many raiders and grunts he has right now. But still, these altar now being rebuilt now for Fly, or for Yumiko, in addition to an arcane vault, and farm now just being used possibly for food in case he loses a lot of these farms before his altar gets up, because obviously he is going to need that food to get his Farlord back, but it's possibly just to get a bit of more defense for his base, to try and keep it alive for a bit longer. 1 water momentum now being brought here. This is what Yumiko needs to do to keep his or to stall for time, basically, to get that Farlord back, and at that point maybe he'll be okay to fight, but still he's looking in such a bad position now, and considering how good a position he was in earlier, just really is a testament to how good a player Fly really is when he wants to be. But obviously Fly is actually quite an inconsistent player a lot of the time, and lots of people attribute this actually to Fly being, sorry, I'm just off point for a minute, but Fly, or Yumiko building a lot more farms, which is obviously fantastic defense for these towers against all the melee units, but it's actually meaning that this Firelord was actually delayed in coming back because he had to wait to get all the gold back. That's a bit unfortunate there, but as I was saying, lots of people attribute Fly to being good at LANs and then not good at online tournaments, but I think certainly he has been good at LANs, and he has been less good on at online things, but I think that's possibly just a small number sort of situation where he's been good at like he did well at a couple lands, and everyone started saying, "Oh, he's good at lands," obviously, as if there was some sort of huge thing that he did correctly at lands that no one else did. And anyways, back on topic, these Spirit Walkers have so much mana that are really they're going to be able to do so much dispelling, and that's really going to cause trouble for all the summons that are going to be coming out for Yumiko, especially considering that those lava swans do split so much that are really they give so much more experience there for a Fly. Though certainly once he gets his level 7, he doesn't really have too much more need for experience, at least not as much as he needs up to that point. And looks like Fly going to take out the rest of these buildings. He still doesn't have pillage by the looks of things. That's very unfortunate for him. Really be nice if he could get that, just because it's so much free gold, and really it's the only way to really actually overtake Yumiko in terms of income. And a couple of the altars now being rebuilt, going to be able to take down this altar, but don't think it's going to be in time. Maybe it will be. Yumiko almost certainly rallying his Fire Lord back here into this little area so it doesn't just pop out and is immediately killed, but still looks like it might well be soon killed. Yumiko now actually taking a lot of focus on this altar, but all the raiders being brought in. Will this be enough? It looks like it might well be. No repair going off for Yumiko, or one repairing peasant, but not enough. And oh my god, he does lose it. He is taking it tier 2, but oh my god, losing that altar is so bad now. No attempts to rebuild it. Blacksmith actually now going up for Yumiko. That's an interesting choice there. I wonder if he's hoping to get out a workshop or something to get some mortar teams for a very nice defense, but still it's very odd because Fly obviously isn't forced to attack in this situation, and these demolishers are going to be very useful. Actually, he has got that first attack upgrade now, and as I was saying, that first attack upgrade is so nice. Actually, it's got 2 upgrades for his raiders, so attack upgrades for his raiders and grunts as well. So nice upgrades here, and it looks like we will have this staff teleportation coming in from that Archmage actually, who looks like this is going to be the final battle. Retraining yet again to Blizzard. Oh my, I can't keep track of what's going on here for Yumiko's skills. But I think that's actually a fantastic choice. As I said, 4 Spirit Walkers each with about 300 or 400 mana on them. That's so many dispels. And really, he doesn't have it isn't even worth trying to bring out Water Elementals. Instead, he can do a lot more damage with his Blizzard. Actually, one grunt being left up there to take down the couple of buildings. I don't think that's absolutely necessary, but I suppose it's not too big a loss because grunts aren't going to be too useful in this fight. Ensnare going off, this Archmage now being caught in a terrible position. Does use an invuln pop and does use another Blizzard, but really should be trying to move a bit further back. And the Splaymaster taking a lot of damage now. Does need to be careful because of all those towers. This Archmage now being used, having, oh my god, a nice critical strike. Invisibility was used, but is immediately dispelled by Fly before that Archmage could run away. And while Fly knew exactly where Yumiko was with that Archmage, and oh, another critical strike goes off now. This Blademaster now doing so much damage. Level 2 or tier 2 finishes for Yumiko, but that's it. GG. What an amazing game. So back and forth. Really, Yumiko, I swear he pretty much had it with that tower rush. At least he never was looking like he was going to absolutely win with the tower rush. But it looks like it looked at least like the fact that he managed to get all his tier 2 buildings up. I mean, just so slowing down Fly. Really, like he looks so far ahead, but Fly just managed to claw it back. Really nice micro there, especially that little pop out fight near Yumiko's base with that Blademaster and the Shadow Hunter, and oh, that was such an amazing game. I'm sorry I'm rambling a bit, but I very much hope you enjoyed that game as ever, folks, and please feel free to comment, rate, and subscribe as ever. Thanks.